Whew. Hello guys, it's Afromu coming at you with another quick video. Today I want to talk about the Samsung K950 Soundbar that I bought about 2 months ago. So I know there's a lot of videos or reviews of this online. However, I feel like they just throw at you the typical audiophile jargon and don't really tell you how it is to own the soundbar, the practicality of the soundbar, and how well the soundbar works. And this soundbar is extremely frustrating, and I'm going to tell you why. So first, I want to start by saying the most important thing is that Dolby Atmos is probably the most amazing thing that you will ever hear. Like whenever you're watching Dolby Atmos content, like it is exceptional. The speaker it's like you're in a movie theater. It's wonderful. However, the problem is that while the bar for Dolby Atmos content is really high, excruciatingly high, the bar for non-Dolby Atmos content is extremely low. Like whenever you're watching non-Dolby Atmos content, these speakers sounds like $100 pair of speakers. And that, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. And what's frustrating about this the most is that even when Dolby Atmos content is available, getting it to your soundbar could be extremely frustrating. So what do I mean by that? So a lot of us have boxes like Roku's and PlayStation 4 or Xbox One in which they will watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Go, and all of those things. Alright? And what those boxes do is that it decodes Dolby Atmos and sends it to your soundbar so you can watch your content in Dolby Atmos. The problem with this is that while many of these boxes can decode Dolby Atmos, the apps on those boxes can't always decode Dolby Atmos. So let me give you a practical example. Netflix has a lot of Dolby Atmos content, right? But if I want to watch that Dolby Atmos content on my TV, I cannot watch it through my PlayStation 4. So my PlayStation 4 has the ability to decode Dolby Atmos, but the Netflix app on PlayStation 4 does not allow it. If I wanted to watch Netflix on my soundbar, I'd have to either use Windows 10, which is why sometimes I hook my computer up to my television, like I have here, or I'm going to have to use it through an Xbox One or an LG Smart TV. If I want to watch Dolby Atmos content from Netflix, those are my only three options to do so on the soundbar. And that is just extremely frustrating. And it's those inconsistencies run amok through all of the apps. For example, it's the same with HBO Go. However, with HBO Go, if I want to watch HBO Go in Dolby Atmos on this soundbar, I'm not able to do so using my PlayStation 4. And I'm also not able to do so using Windows 10. They have another set of boxes that you have to use. So in order to have consistently to be able to use your entire suite of apps like Netflix, Amazon Go, HBO Go, and get all that Dolby Atmos content, you're going to need a suite of different boxes. And that's just excruciatingly annoying. The other thing about this that I find rather frustrating is the reliability and usability. So Bluetooth is extremely difficult to get working on this. It is very hit and miss. You'll find yourself turning it off and turning it back on, performing a hard reset. And it should not be this difficult to consistently use Bluetooth on something that Samsung is trying to sell for $1,400. That is just not acceptable. And I have a Samsung phone, I have a Samsung tablet. I mean, it's all first-party devices that can't work with their own peripherals. So it's just, so I wonder if it's even worse on an Apple phone. So that's extremely frustrating. It's like you want, when you spend this much money, you want something to work the first time. The other thing is the app. You know, there's a Samsung Entertainment app where you could change the source of the soundbar. So you could change on that app. You could be, you know, I want to do Bluetooth. I want to do Wi-Fi streaming. And you have to do Wi-Fi streaming through that app. And the frustrating thing about Wi-Fi streaming with the app is that Wi-Fi streaming works, but a lot of apps require a premium subscription to do Wi-Fi streaming, right? So if I wanted to use Spotify, I couldn't run Spotify through the HD Wi-Fi unless I had a Spotify premium account, right? So there's this barrier to entry, and like a lot of these apps when using the Wi-Fi, the HD Wi-Fi. However, I wouldn't need to use HD Wi-Fi if the Bluetooth was working. So again, that's something that I found extremely frustrating. Okay, so what else is there? Okay, so there's gaming. That's what, this is a gaming channel, isn't it? How does this soundbar do with gaming? And I can say that this soundbar is okay with gaming. And there's two types of gaming things I'm going to say here. That's gaming that you can facilitate through Dolby Atmos, because some games do have Dolby Atmos. And there's gamings where, you know, there is no Dolby Atmos. Your rear speakers pretty much just become stereo speakers. So I guess I'll start with the Dolby Atmos gaming. I mean, it's okay. It's cool. It's not, one thing I feel like I have to stress is that these rear speakers, they're not doing stuff all the time. Sometimes it's quiet, right? And in a movie, that quietness is, you know, minimal, right? Because whoever, you know, collected the information for that movie is always sending stuff to those speakers, right? But in a video game, sometimes the quietness will go a long while, right? And, you know, there'll be times in the game where, you know, I remember I was sitting here playing this game and a horde of hearse, you know, neigh, and I was like, whoa, you know, I actually felt like a horse was in here, right? But those moments are kind of few and far in between. Like, it's something cool, but you don't buy this soundbar because you're saying like, oh my goodness, gaming on this thing is going to be phenomenal. Because it isn't. It's good, but not great. Another thing is whenever you're playing a game that doesn't have Dolby Atmos. And this kind of relates to also whenever you don't have Atmos content at all. So whenever you don't have Atmos content at all, you're going to press the surround button, which turns your rear speakers into just stereo speakers. So pretty much just exactly like your front bar, kind of. And you might be like, well, why is that bad? And the reason is that your rear speakers only hit about 20 to 30% of the volume of the main speaker. So that means if your front speakers are loud, your rear speaker is going to be 70 to 80% quieter. And it's kind of frustrating because you know that these rear speakers could hit that volume. You know that it could hit that power, but for some reason Samsung's just not letting you do it. You know, it'd be so much better because, I mean, some people, they don't really need all, you know, that fancy Atmos immersion with, like, you know, hearing the arrow slice through the wind. You know, it would just be great to get some volume out of your speakers, and that's not really possible. So that's, I mean, that's the thing about gaming on the soundbar. I mean, it's okay, it's not great, and a very simple fix would be, hey, how about whenever we're looking for surround sound, well, not surround sound, just having your rear speakers have more volume, you know, individually control those rear speakers, that would be such a great improvement, but that's not available. Okay, so, and that pretty much goes the same way with any non-Dolby content. So if you're listening to music, those rear speakers will be about 20 to 30% of the volume as the front speaker, which is again very frustrating because it's like, man, I just wish I could get, you know, that volume out of there. So what I'm gonna do today now is let you guys listen to a clip from World of Warcraft on my television. The sound quality in this video isn't very great. Most of my videos don't have really great sound quality to begin with, but today is going to be not that great. So I mean, I just wanted to put it out there so you guys can listen to it. So yeah, let's go.
Claim your destiny. You will all be conquerors. And what Gul'dan must we give in return? Everything. Reject this gift. Anticipate these mongrels here. Just to watch you die. Not our destiny. Times change. We will never be slaves.
Alright guys, now that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And then if you disliked the video, feel free to dislike, share, and subscribe. There's a couple there's a bunch of gaming content on this channel. So, I mean, especially the Steam Vault videos. I just put out a video on why I'm not going to be buying Final Fantasy 15 on PC, and among other things. So, feel free to browse the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.